Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Friday talk show on global electronics with your host Rajiv Kulkarni. Today is October the 10th, 2025, and currently the time is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time of United States. So Global Electronics brings every week one topic on electronics manufacturing, which can benefit the electronics community across the globe. And today we have a very interesting topic and brought by KASH Tech LLC, who are based out in Lake Mary in Florida. They help small to mid-sized US manufacturers to modernize their operations through data, AI, automation, and ERP solutions. With deep expertise in manufacturing digitalization, they deliver measurable outcomes from improved production efficiency to stronger supply chain resilience. So let's talk about AI, the role of AI and digitalization in the electronics manufacturing. For that, we have the officers from KASH Tech LLC and Mr. Kevin, who is the Chief Operating Officer of KASH Tech. He is with us today. And then we have Gino from India. Then we have Kamesh. Then also we have Ray. Welcome to the show and good morning to you all.
Thanks, Rajiv.
Thank you.
Really
Good morning
appreciate
to
the
everyone.
opportunity and look forward to an exciting conversation.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm also equally excited as I will definitely learn a lot of things today from you guys on the AI as well as how the digital can help in the electronics manufacturing. I know that this particular technology you have been supporting with other manufacturing activities, but since our topic is mainly on the electronics manufacturing, so I wanted that our audience who would be watching this show later and they get benefit, so how they could implement the AI as well as digitalization in the electronics manufacturing. So just give some brief background about KASH Tech, if one of you can please, to begin with.
Gino?
There you yeah.
Thank you. Yes, so KASH Tech is a professional services organization focusing on the manufacturing environment and industry. We have substantial real-world experience in bringing solutions to the market. We are focused on data, analytics, AI, and automation. And we look to deliver enhanced productivity, efficiency, and a strategic platform on which your business can grow and expand in the future. Our expertise in digital roadmap building, manufacturing digitization, digital transformation of your organization, preparing you for the digital world that is slamming against us each and every day. And so our focuses are in those areas, and we have sufficient experience, extensive skill sets in these key technologies that are really going to define the future of your manufacturing environment.
Excellent, excellent. That's a wonderful background about your company. Thank you very much for that, Kevin. And so let's jump on to some of our interactive session that we have in our mind, because a lot of people have come up with some beautiful, very good questions, and they wanted to know that how this can implied into the electronics manufacturing on a day-to-day activity. So the first would be like, how is AI being used in the electronics manufacturing?
Well, I think, as we all know, AI is coming at us fast and furious, and there are a lot of ways in which manufacturers are looking to deploy AI. One of the core concerns is, operational AI. How is this going to help me immediately? Where we're seeing benefit and value in bringing AI to the manufacturing environment is it's very transforming. And it's transforming every layer, every component, every aspect of your manufacturing environment. It can provide predictive maintenance, visual inspection as opposed to human inspection, can be used in supply chain. And really important and can't be underscored enough is that workforce training, how AI can help train your workforce for the new digital age that they're entering into. We see AI as, again, an operational piece of your business as a decision enabler. It creates actionable insights from across your manufacturing processes. Specifically in SMT and PCB assembly, it can detect soldering and alignment issues that would be missed by a human eye. It predicts equipment failures so that you can be proactive about maintaining your equipment. It alerts operators and management to potential issues on the production line or the assembly process. It can adjust process parameters on the fly based on the input that it's receiving from the various collection agents that are out there. And all of these things are designed to reduce downtime and increase your yield in your manufacturing environment.
Wow, that is a very, how do I say, a broad spectrum of explanation. And so, which brings to my next question is, what are the basic, benefits of digital transformation in the electronics manufacturing?
It's hard to scope that because the benefits are everywhere. And it depends on the challenges facing a specific client. We look into those challenges very deeply and specifically, and we look to define the solution to address the challenges of that organization. But I will tell you, in our real world experience, that is out working with our clients each and every day in doing these digital transformation projects and implementation of AI, operational AI within their businesses, the greatest value that we're seeing, benefit that we're seeing, is increased efficiency, transparency of what's actually happening on your assembly line or your production line. Something that is often not available to these small to mid-sized manufacturers. And it provides an environment of adaptability. So it gives you insights, it creates efficiencies, and really addresses the adaptability of your business to the demands of the marketplace.
Wow.
In addition, other benefits of digital transformation are integration. The integration of these siloed sets of data, siloed systems that aren't communicating together today, in your ERP, from your machines, from your operators, from your MRP system, giving you real-time visibility, again, inventory management, knowing what you need, when you need it, and being able to acquire it, and then really great quality control so that the end product is meeting the needs of your customers. The results of all of this are faster decision-making, reduced waste, both in time and material, improved compliance management. So when you have to comply and report to agencies and regulators around your business, you can get to that quickly, easily when you have a digital environment. When it's manual, all that time to collect. And KASH Tech delivers incremental modernization. That's our major model of delivering, is incrementally, no big bang theories here. We like to get continuous improvement within your organization. We integrate your OT and IT systems. And the goal of this is reducing the time to value so that you're able to get value from each and every solution immediately and not wait for one big solution to come to play.
Wow. So then how can this improve the quality control in electronics manufacturing?
I'm going to defer to Gino on that one, and he'll cover some of these real technical questions on how the value that this provides.
No problem.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Kevin, for passing on to me. Traditionally, as Kevin said, traditionally the electronic manufacturing is capturing the quality defects through the manpower activity, which is very inconsistent, and it has made with a lot of errors or mistakes with it. So And there's other use cases when we are talking about quality. For the other use cases, when you need a data to do some analytics on top of it. But for it, but if you see the quality perspective, to find the or to get the data itself, the AI starts. For example, vision systems. Vision systems are capturing the images and comparing with some standard images or the corrective images and give the results to you. So from the capturing defect identification itself, we are starting
Hmm.
the AI systems. And also, when you are talking about training to the operators, when we are talking about workforce improvements, there are systems in place like AR systems for the training, AR systems for the instruction to the operator to do the right activity on time. So those are the areas where the AI starts in the identifying the defect itself. Where when we are talking about
Act-
correctiveness of those defects, obviously we are doing online SPCs and multiple KPIs with respect to quality defects. So those KPIs are can be analyzed through these AI agents. And
hmm.
also, we are obviously running towards the decision-making process through AI, right? We are talking about
Yeah.
AI NLPs, we are talking about blockchains, we are talking about other generative AI stuffs, which majorly helps us to decide something on the quality defects. So we wanted to give some recommendations towards the multiple data comparison. We want to predict something which is gonna occur, or we have to identify the pattern of the defects when it is going to happen. So those areas, obviously, AI is a major role playing specifically on the quality perspective.
Mhm.
Wow. That's a fantastic explanation. So now, when we go on to because of course electronics manufacturing has a lot of equipments being lined up. You have a lot of activities like FMEA, machine learning, and so on and so forth. So, what machine learning algorithms are commonly used in electronics manufacturing?
That's a great question, actually. I would like to address this from the basic of
Okay,
AI because AI is something what we are trying to make the system or PC to be intelligent enough to decide something like human, right? We are teaching the PC to decide something upon it. So artificial intelligence is something we are doing a program to decide something on the comparison basis.
correct,
In this artificial intelligence, machine learning is one of the subset where there are multiple datas. We don't know even the scenarios in place. So we are telling multiple scenarios to the system and asking uh, by itself to decide upon it, right? So
yeah,
machine learning has a multiple forms to or multiple types of programs to decide on specific use case basis. For example, machine learning can be categorized into three type of programs like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Based on your use case, what you want to do really, or what you want to attain, and as an end result, accordingly you have to define your machine learning process. Then you have to go ahead with it. For example, supervised learning, which is again classified into classification regression models. Classification is
hmm,
something that you are giving them 100 images and asking them to decide whether it is right or wrong product, diagnosing something or identifying the specific reason. So the result, you know the inputs, you know the outputs specifically, and you are asking them to decide upon it. Regression is similar to that. It is trying to do the subsets of all decision makings. For example, weather forecasting. We have already patterned data available. Similar pattern, if it is occurs, obviously it is getting defined that this is a weather prediction gonna happen, right? Something like that. Similar to that, electronics manufacturing also. For example, quality. If these are the
yeah,
patterns coming, obviously the quality is gonna be wrong. Those are the decisions are gonna take. Similar
correct,
to that, if it is unsupervised learning, we don't know the data which is gonna take out, but we have a data. We have to decide, compare those multiple scenarios and decide upon it. So again, that is classified into clustering and one more options, big data visualization and stuff. Reinforcement learning is something. more related to deciding factors, or you want to decide something upon it, right? You want to find the end result upon it with the comparison of multiple parameters, like robot navigations. The robots by itself getting trained based on the model which is running, or based on the decisions which is already taken in place, right? So these are the scenarios we are using machine learning based on the use cases. Deep learning is again subset of machine learning, where it is gonna run like a human brain, how the human brain decide upon the scenarios, right? So that needs multiple data sets to decide or to define some specific reasonings or specific decision making.
Wow, that's a very deep explanation about machine learning and how, I mean, you explained it so well from the basic on AI's influence on the machine learning. That's absolutely brilliant. So, how these, electronics manufacturers can integrate AI into their existing production lines, because there are a lot of production lines which are already in place. So, and as we all know that in the electronics manufacturing, FMEI plays a very important role to recognize back to back, the machines, right? So they need to understand the machines that, okay, now I am doing the AOI. Now after that, you have the deep annealing machine and so on and so forth. So similarly, how, if I'm running a production line right now, how I can integrate the AI into the production line?
Yeah, that is fantastic question actually. AI plays a major role in the production in multiple areas. I will just try to cover it up in all in one shot. For example,
Absolutely.
process transparency, right? When we are talking about process transparency itself, it has a multiple subcomponents. Like you need to have a production monitoring, you need to have a hand-on systems, you need to have a downtime management, paperless production, end of traceability. As you said, we need to know from where to where the products are moved and how it is performed. And also, again, we cannot leave the manpowers. Like you have to ensure the skills and quality parameters, which is done by the operators as well. So in all these areas, AI is somehow helping us, because all together brings our process transparency. We cannot leave any of these parameters, right? So then we are talking about production monitoring. Obviously, AI is going to help to monitor the real-time data of the machines, data streaming, because there are multiple parameters within the single machine itself. Almost 150 to 200 parameters we are monitoring, from
Mm.
temperature, pressure, and soldering areas, soldering temperatures, and so on, right? So we are continuously monitoring to ensure the quality. Similar hand-on systems like AI-driven alerts on prioritization. Before going to happen the incidents, we are going to alert the team to take the corrective actions upon it, right? Similar to downtime management, we are using NLPs for identifying the right root cause and corrective action, preventive actions, specifically on some of the scenarios. So we are applying AI, artificial intelligence, in wherever the area possible to improve our process transparency. It is not only into the process transparency. When we are talking about predictive maintenance, right? It
Yeah.
starts from real-time data monitoring. We cannot leave the real-time data monitoring, right? We need some data to analyze it. So we are starting with the real-time data monitoring. We are doing some diagnostics on top of it, giving some reasoning on top of it. And then those data are taking into analytics, which is going to predict when the machine is going to failure, when the compressor, which is the subcomponent of the production, going to failure, which is a major cause of the maintenance to ensure the compressors, dryers, and utility components, right? And also the machines as well. So from there, we are taking some actionable insights and some proactive executions and so on. So this is one side of the maintenance part. Again, when we are talking about supply chain, yeah, supply chain has a different phase. For example, from the supply chain perspective, we need to see what is the component shortage prediction, right? Because we are working on a global environment where we are procuring the components in multiple areas. So we need to identify which components are buying from where and what is the geopolitical scenarios from there, whether that is going to affect my production or not, that is going to affect my supply chain or not, whether I can deliver the product or not. Those areas we can able to apply the AI systems to continuously monitor the supplier data. Also, the smart procurements based on the orders, how we can deliberately order the right products at the right time to get it faster delivery, or right time to the production, or right time to the delivery to the customers, right? To ensure
Customers,
the
yeah.
customer satisfaction.
Correct.
Obviously, that is again applying on the demand forecasting. When we are whenever the financial year comes, obviously the demand forecasting plays a major role to define that what is my next year targets, and accordingly how I am going to project my sales and aftermarkets. So those are the areas we are using analytics solutions. It is not only on the production environment, also which is going to help our manpowers to make them efficiently deliver the systems, right? Agile, skilled, and AI empowered workforce. So we are doing workforce monitoring and skill metrics, also giving work instructions training to them through AI. And also we are helping operators to enabling cobots, automations, RPS, which is a day-to-day activities can be automated so that they can put their efforts into something specifically to improve their production efficiency.
Excellent, excellent. Now we spoke about how we could implement and what are the benefits of implementing AI and digitalization in the production of electronics manufacturing. But what kind of challenges of these implementation that we could expect or the customers can expect,
Yeah.
by implementing AI or digitalization in
Well, the challenges associated with actually designing, developing, deploying, and implementing AI solutions. From our real world experience out there working with manufacturers on a regular basis, being part of organizations and getting input from even non-customers as to what they're encountering when they're going down these digitization paths and transformation paths. There are really three core challenges to implementing AI within your organization. And that's going to be your data, your legacy systems, and your workforce readiness, right? Those are the three main areas that we see as challenges to implementing an AI digital solution within your organization. Now with data, each one of these has subcomponents, right? So the availability of the data, the consistency of your data, the quality of your data is going to greatly impact an AI agent when it's trying to make the determinations and decisions that Gino was just talking about across your operation. So that's key, is having good data and making sure that you have that data properly managed and curated within your organization. Legacy systems, it's the accessibility to the back end of those systems. Again, it's mostly about data, but those legacy systems can have challenges associated with accessing data from them or interoperability between them. So are they interoperating between each other? Are they sharing information in a way that makes each system more efficient and gives you a connected solution? And then workforce readiness, again, can't underscore this enough. The skill sets of your team, are they where they need to be able to consume this new decision support information that they're going to be receiving and make decisions on the fly at the assembly line or the production line level? And then their adaptability to change. And this is where a concept of human change management comes in. And that's ensuring connection to those workers that are going to be impacted by any solution, and ensuring them that this solution is going to make them more valuable to the organization. And thus, if they adapt and adopt, the company is going to improve, their role is going to improve, and everyone's going to be doing better as a result of that. So KASH Tech, we address these challenges in a lot of different ways. It's very specific to the client, but in general, again, we work to build the required integration and interoperability between your legacy systems so that we can begin with a connected environment from which we can access data and begin to deploy agents and gather the information necessary to support those agents. And then designing and deploying AI enhanced dashboards for each and every community within the organization that actually meet the users at their analytic maturity level. So where are they in their ability to use the analytic information that is provided to them? We design our dashboards to meet that maturity level so that they're able to consume that information and actually take action. Gino, from a technical perspective, I mean, a purely technical, this was more operational and overhead kind of things, but your thoughts?
Yeah, of course. I agree with your point. The major, other than this, what the industry thought or what the factories or the factory peoples are thinking is that lack of qualified talents are the major impact with respect to adopting the digital or AI solution. But actually, it is not. Even by seeing this slide, you can see lack of strategy is the major key. And also, as Kevin indicated, when you are having a connected systems, that is a strategy. You cannot jump into the AI without connecting the systems or without having a data, and you don't get the right result, and immediately you will fall down from that. If you are giving a right data to the system, obviously the predictions and the accuracy of the predictions are higher than that. And the use case definition, right? One of the second major area is the use case definition or business case definition. You have to pick the right use cases which is going to give you the ROI. You cannot apply, yeah, of course, the market is having multiple AI solutions, but whether it is really going to help you, you have to pick similar specific use cases accordingly, and then you have to apply it. It is not necessary that yeah, we have a marketplace where ready solutions are available, we are picking it, and whether you have to analyze it whether it is really needed for you. It is really impacting your key KPIs actually.
That actually brings out a question about the ROI, right? Because if anyone is investing for AI and digitalization, that investment, they probably, how do you think they measure the ROI in terms of what? Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
actually,
Yeah,
the digital or AI investments are not a direct impact or direct ROI realization similar to the machine buying, right? When you are buying a machine, obviously you have a clear-cut business case where it will say that, yeah, this is going to improve my production on this much speed or this much faster, and the productivity improvement will happen this much. But when you are talking about digital or AI investments, we categorize the ROI into three areas: top down approach and maturity analysis roadmap and bottom up approach. Even this is referred by World Economic Forum itself for the lighthouse factories. For example, the
yeah,
top down approach. What is the direct impact on your KPIs? For example, I have a productivity KPI, I have a speed, I have a customization, agility, even sustainability. If I have a specific KPI improvement by using this AI or digital solution, you can easily measure that. Yeah, by implementing this solution, I have attained 30 to 40% or 20 to 30% of improvement in energy saving, improvement in product optimization, improvement into workforce efficiency, and so on. That is one approach. The second approach is, obviously, even though you are required or not required, the market is moving towards the maturity, right? The market
correct.
itself moving. So you have to, when you want to sustain in the market, you have to equip yourself as a intelligent company. Then only you can project to the market accordingly, right? So improving your maturity levels, even though it is not required, but you want to improve your maturity levels. That is one of the approach. Whether I am
Yeah,
improving my maturity level with respect to culture, workforce, or the performance of or productivity area, that is one of the other a key area where you can focus or realize the ROI. And the bottom up approach, by implementing these solutions, it is not only there is a direct impact in the KPIs, there are some indirect impact. For example, I'm applying AI or digital solution for the productivity, which is indirectly impacting in the paperless factory, or reducing the paper activities, or reducing the workforce time to apply something on a real use cases or real area where they need to focus on, right? Those are the
Right.
indirect impacts you can measure, and you can improve or calculate the ROA accordingly.
Wow. Very well explained. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, what kind of emerging trends in digital and AI are expected to impact electronics manufacturing now?
Yeah, actually, as we spoke right now, the major trend is right now with respect to quality. We are talking about vision systems. We are talking about the decision making on quality, productivity, and so on. Those are the major area. Edge AI is majorly a current trend right now going on. Rather than
Yeah.
everything put it on the cloud or the centralized system, why can't we put a edge level AI systems which can help us to take some decisions in edge level itself rather than loading the central system heavily. And generative AI, as we are right now in the era of ChatGPT, Gemini, and stuff. So generative AI for the reportings and stuff are the major trend right now going on. And obviously, we are into we are slightly towards moving on a collaborative robots rather than robots, right? Collaborative robots or cobots we are moving on, which is going to work with operators or skill force. So those are the current trend, which is
Which is
helping us to improve our digital maturity.
wow. Because I was about to ask about edge AI, so you already mentioned about that, which is nice. And yeah, I'm coming to the last question now. What role will digital and AI play in the development of future electronics manufacturing? Of course, you have explained quite a lot. So this would be the last question. But of course, you have a few minutes later to convey your message to the audience as well. And just wanted to let the audience know that Global Electronics platform is meant to share the knowledge from different companies, from different individual expertise who have an expert knowledge in the field of electronics manufacturing, so that you all can get benefit out of it. This is a purely a community service platform which I try to bring in every week some topic with some expertise, like as you can see today's I mean, such a wealth of knowledge, such a deep knowledge about AI and digitalization in electronics manufacturing. You want to visit KASH Tech website and learn more about them, please do that. It's a kashtechllc.com. Cash is not CASH but KASH. Techllc.com. So let's go to the last question. Whoever wants to take it is fine.
Well, Rajiv, we thank you again for this opportunity to be here and present to your community and help
My pleasure.
share education and knowledge for the community. But very soon, AI will be as common as that mobile device that you carry around with you. In other words, it'll be everywhere all the time. You're not going to be able to get away from it, but you aren't necessarily going to know it's there. How often we carry our phones, and maybe it's advanced age on my part, but I forget that I actually have it in my hand because it's just an extension of me. That's AI in the next 3 years, probably, right? It's just going to be an extension of everything that we do. But specifically for manufacturing, things like self-optimizing systems that are going to monitor their own performance and tweak things as necessary to increase productivity, efficiency, and performance. Digital twins, the idea of digital twins and being able to do digital scenarios rather than real world scenarios where you're wasting people's time and materials. You can actually replicate that in a digital twin. So you can see what a manufacturing line might look like, an assembly line might look like, the number of people, the concept, you can test the concept of a dark production site where no lighting is necessary because machines are doing everything and they don't need that light. And then enhanced and accelerated design to production right? And product to market. So all of these things are coming in the space of electronics manufacturing with digital transformation and AI as the core to accomplishing those things for your organization. The results of those, shorter product life cycles. You can modify your product quicker, faster to meet the demands of the market with that kind of digital environment in place. Time to market, right? Reduced cost to bringing new product to market or enhanced product to market. And greater competition is going to come from this as well. So a lot of people are going to be implementing these kind of environments and solutions. So they're going to be as flexible and adaptable as you are. But if you get ahead of that curve, you know, you can set a brand awareness around your advanced technologies and use it as a differentiator for your business and your products. And so the mission at KASH Tech is really to support our clients' digital transformation and success and sustainment. Important to remember, this is not a one and done proposition. You don't just do it and let it go. You have to care and feed it. You have to take care of it and sustain it. So it's an ongoing process, but we make great effort in transferring knowledge to our clients so that they are self-sustaining, that they're not going to be dependent on a vendor to make all of this work. They will have the skill sets, knowledge, and experience to do it at the right time within this process. We support innovation at our clients, the ability to, in their processes and in their products through these solutions that we deliver that digitize as much of their production and their organization as possible to provide them those actionable insights and decision support so they can be more nimble and adaptable to the market changes. Markets are changing very rapidly these days.
Yes.
And then we want to make our clients leaders in their industry. That's our mission. And how we're doing that is by designing, building, deploying digital foundations that meet the business's current needs, but are also designed to evolve and meet the future needs of the market and your business. So that's KASH Tech in a nutshell. And KASH Tech doesn't just deliver technology, we deliver your success.
Well said, Kevin. It's a fantastic background, and also Gino, thank you for sharing a very deep technical insight about the AI as well as digitalization in the electronics manufacturing. Thank you all for attending, for showing up today at my show and giving the insight about how AI and digitalization can make a difference in the electronics manufacturing. And thank you all the audience whoever got some time to watch the show. I know that continuously watching is a little bit of a challenge, but you have the YouTube link available. You can always watch at your leisure. And every week we bring one different topic in the electronics manufacturing, which can benefit the engineers, the process engineers, the design people, the marketing people, the sales people, the supply chain, the whole electronics manufacturing industry. So with that said, tune in with us next week. At the same time, we are going to bring another topic, a different topic in the electronics manufacturing. Thank you all, the KASH Tech team, for joining us, and have a wonderful weekend. And we wish you good luck, and we will meet you some other time, some other day on this platform again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great success to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Raju,
Thank
for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much.